asking people how they're doing and start asking people how they're feeling.
So I gotta make sure I'm watching the news.
I will never waste pain that's offered to me. Nothing is ever wasted.
Everybody that I gotta plan a week gon' be straight. And that we tie that red that you won't hit, so you better not be late.
This is a place of development, and I'm not gonna die here.
Cause I love it, I don't care about the fame.
Yo, welcome to the Young Vagabond podcast, man, where we navigate the journey of life together through truth and love. I'm your co-host, Bryson.
And I'm your co-host, DJ.
And y'all see, it is episode 5. We buzzing like a beehive, baby.
Yes, sir, man. We here. It's good.
Yes, sir.
We living nice, man. Just finished midterms. Ace most of them.
Hey,
They're pretty good.
that financial accounting, I'm waiting on the results.
He said, got him. Hey, bro. Well, y'all know how it is. We got to first start off by telling everybody, thank y'all so much for coming out and supporting. Was just telling Bryson and Trav how it's just incredible that for all 4 episodes that have come out so far, all of them have exceeded expectations. You know, as it says in Ephesians, I think it's 4:23, right? Is it 4:23?
Exceedingly and abundantly.
Yeah, something like that. Y'all, I mean,
Okay, look
God-
at you. Bible man.
God
Get on
has
with your
blessed
bad
this.
self, blood.
He has extended his grace, and he's done exceedingly and abundantly more than we ask, think, or imagine. And so we are so grateful to you, all of y'all who come in and support and tell other people about this pod, who share it. And so we just want to start off by saying how grateful we are. We want to remind y'all, of course, if you haven't already, to subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, to follow. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I looked at the what do you call them, analytics today.
The metrics.
The metrics, if you will, and saw the statistics, you know, and saw that over 50% of y'all are not subscribed. I'm like, hey, y'all watching it. Exactly, gotta work on it, man. Like, y'all over here, y'all watching it. Why don't y'all subscribe? Like, subscribe, you know, follow. So please, we ask that y'all do that. If this episode blesses you any sort of way, please share it with somebody else who you think may be blessed by it, because it means a lot. And of course, we got to thank our man behind the screen, although he's not this episode behind the screen. Yeah, a little sneak peek. Y'all ready for it? But we got to thank our man behind the screen, as always, Travis, who's just such a big help in all that we do. We cannot do it without him. He's just the biggest help to all of us, and doing things administratively to creatively to designing the thumbnails and all those things. And so we're extremely grateful for Travis, as always. And so we always want to start every episode with that. And then, of course, lastly but not least, if this podcast impacts you, let us know, man. We here, we want to know. And there's now, if you want to be on the podcast, you can submit to the form. Yes, sir. It's on our Instagram. And you can follow our Instagram too, because I forgot to say, go to that link tree, click on all the links, follow all the pages on the TikTok, because we finally added the TikTok. I didn't realize the TikTok was not on there until like a couple days ago. You know, it's all right. I had to follow TikTok, the Instagram.
Got the whole gauntlet now.
I got the whole gauntlet now. And now if you look on that link tree, man, you can submit a form. You can come be on the pod, and we'll be glad to have you. But, man, Bryson, what do we got for today?
Man, look, this man is known for living lavish. Rhyme it, call it Travis, because he is him. You feel me? We got Travis on the pod today.
Hey, Travis, ladies and gentlemen. Travis, how you feeling, man?
Feels great. Feels different on camera. Feels surreal.
I know, man. I mean, you're here, and we're so happy to have you here. It's a big moment. I mean, y'all heard so much about Travis from him being behind the screens, but now y'all get to put
the whole gang's finally here.
The whole gang is finally here, man. Y'all get to put a face to a name, or a name to a face, or whatever it is. And y'all get to hear. But hey, man, we're excited. We're ready.
Kicking it with the whole Vagabond squad.
I know, man. This a full package right here.
Yeah.
This a full package. This is the
no
whole
weak
team.
leak in the team.
Exactly, bro. Amen. Well, man, y'all know how I've been liking to start off these episodes recently. So I want to ask y'all, what is one intentional, or what's your favorite conversation that you've had this week?
Yeah.
Back in it. Sorry, y'all, we had a little bit of an audio issue, but go back into what you were saying.
Yeah. So got to sit down with the FCA director for Mississippi State, Mr. Justin Piggott, this past Monday. Bro was dropping gems. He was telling me about how at one point in his life, his marriage was struggling, and he was balancing 2 jobs. One was a coach, and he wasn't doing as well because he thought coaching was as well he was gonna do with his life. And then his wife told him she was like, this job opened up at MC, Mississippi College, and they were living in Florida at the time, and he was like, nah, I ain't gonna take it. So then he gets another call a few days later. He was like, hey man, you really need to take this job at MC. And then he was debating on it. He was like, bro, my marriage failing right now.
Yeah.
I'm not doing good as a coach. My jobs are not working out for me. And then he prayed about it, and he felt like God told him, what I require of you is nothing. And when I say that shook me, bro, I was like, dang, what I require of you is nothing. And he took that leap of faith. Not only is his marriage doing good, but like he's been involved with FCA for the past 13 years. And like God has provided every step of the way.
Right.
And now he's working here at Mississippi State with FCA.
Yeah.
So it's just, what I require of you is nothing.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
I think a lot of times that's what we believe, that like we gotta hit this benchmark first before we can say, okay, God, now you can use me. But who are we to tell God when he can use us?
Yeah.
He made us.
He made us. He know when he can use us.
Nah, the way I heard it explained earlier today in a meeting was it's kind of like taking a shower before getting in the shower. Why would you do that?
Yeah. Like he's the one who prepares. So that's like if I prepared the whole meal, I was like, okay, now we gotta make the meal, you know? And so that's so good, bro. Like that's powerful. Yeah. And no, man, that's encouraging to my spirit, because I mean, as we'll probably get into in this episode, that's one big thing I've been battling recently, is just feeling like I gotta come up to this par. Like I gotta work at this certain level in order for God to use me. But it's recognizing that attitude is wrong, and that attitude is prideful, because God needs nothing from me, because it's everything that he supplements our weakness. You know, it says in 2 Corinthians, my power is made perfect in your weakness. Yeah. And so we gotta stand on that, because we find so much more freedom when we do that, man. Like there's so much more freedom when we know whether I am feeling it or I'm not. All I got to do is just be obedient. Yeah. Just walk in the next step of obedience. Thanks. If it means, hey, just sitting there and chilling and resting in his presence, that's obedience, bro. And that's taking steps closer to your purpose. We constantly think that every next step in our purpose got to be this action step. It's got to be this huge moment. But it's recognizing, bro, like even if it's just you taking a season of rest where you just chilling at the house for a few days, but you growing in your intimacy, that's walking in purpose way more than going out and maybe preaching or teaching or accomplishing this huge mega thing that you think you got to do. It's just sitting there. Like ministry is rest. Like that part of ministry is rest. And if you can't learn how to rest, then you can't do your ministry the most effectively.
Exactly.
Well, go ahead.
I didn't ask you to know. I told you to be obedient.
That's powerful, bro. I hope that probably gave somebody freedom right there, man. But hey, Trav, what about you, man? What's your favorite conversation that you had this week?
I know it's only Tuesday, but yesterday, me, Bryson, and Virtue was talking in the Cool Hall. We was talking about, like, I guess how much I've grown over the past year. Like how awesome. So much aware than it was last year, talking about like my traumas and everything. So yeah. Hey,
that's what's up, bro. Nah, man, the fact Travis is on this pod right now, bro. That's a testament. I
said no like 2-3 times,
and now he here, bro. And we so glad he here, man. Thanks. Well, shoot, man. What we getting into today?
Hold on, bro. What about you, fam?
Oh, shoot, man. I be forgetting. Hold up. I don't. You know, Stuart told me never ask a question you can't answer, but here we are. All right. Here we are, because I can't answer the question. Hold up, let me think, man. Here, I'll tell you. I got to. There's a person I get to talk to every Friday when I work my desk shift, and you know, it's crazy. I think sometimes when you're ministering to other people, you end up ministering to yourself. And I was telling her, you know, you got to have grace with yourself, because if you don't, you know, it's not going to just affect you. It's going to affect all your other relationships. And I'm talking about, like, you need to rest. And I'm sitting there here like, man,
I'm gassed.
I'm over here gassed. I'm over here exhausted. And I'm over here telling her to do these things that I'm not even practicing myself. But not only that, then I get upset when then they don't go out and do it. You know, like that's crazy. Like if you, I literally talked about this on our first episode of the pod. Yeah. If you, it's bad leadership when you tell people to do as I say, not as I do. If you're not walking out as an example for the things that you are commanding other people to do, then why should I respect you? Why should I listen to you? There's no reason to. And so that conversation, it was beautiful, bro, because as much as it spoke into her life, it spoke into mine as well. Yeah. And like I made her repeat, I am enough. Like I made her say that. That's cool. Wow. Once again, also not even believing that I was enough. And then I had to take a step back and say, yo, I'm so focused on trying to help these people out that I haven't been taking care of my own relationship with the Lord. And that it was a conversation that inspired it. And then also, I'm gonna do too, the conversation that we had on Saturday, because Bryson, man, this man, y'all got to be friends with Bryson, bro, because this man is an intentional person. He organized a dinner for all of us to go. We all went to Mugshot. Fantastic dinner.
It was a whole
vibe, man. And I didn't even want to come because I was playing a video game. I was like, but I was like, no, I need to be there because my community is most important. And so it was a beautiful conversation. But then we went back to Verge, shout out Verge. We went back to Verge's house and we just talked. We talked to like almost 12. Yeah, it was 12 because at 12:30 I got a parking ticket or not parking, a ticket. Yep. But like that's DJ. Bro, the show was, bro. They saw me up there. Over here like, dang, bro. Oh. 12:30 at night, ran a stop sign.
Free my brother.
Free me, bro. Had to pay a bag for that ticket, man. I said, dang. I even looked at the pricings of what they do for the tickets. Careless driving, $100. Running a stop sign, $150. I'm like, bro, which one gonna take somebody out way more than? Man, that's neither here nor that's not the point of it. But. No, that conversation that we had, it was also so freeing. Cried, did all that. Bryson poured into me, and all the brothers that were around me poured into me. It was just beautiful.
It was a great weekend.
It was a great weekend. Really was. Very refreshing, very just eye-opening. I mean, the biggest revelation that came out of it was like, man, I have not been stewarding my own relationship with the Lord well. And so I really had to be intentional this week about doing that. And getting to go home for fall break, which excited. Love you, mama. I'm going to see you. Yes, love you, pops. Love you, sissy. I'm going to be home tomorrow, man. I'm excited as of the recording of this episode. But, man, it reminded me the power of our own personal relationship with Jesus and how important it is. And if we're not stewarding that, we can't steward anything else. We can't steward, if we're not accepting the grace that God has given us, we can't also use that grace to go out and accomplish our purpose. And so that conversation was dope. Both of those conversations were. So, man, love y'all boys. Y'all helping a brother out, man, because homie been struggling, man.
Hey, man, we finna dive into it. But before we go there, can we shout out the homies, bro?
Yeah. Shout out all the homies, bro.
Look, man, especially the new ones. Jordan, Lonzo, Kale, Aiden, Charles.
Shout out all of the homies, man.
Yeah. We in deep.
We in so, bro. Yeah. The squad, like Trav said, man, ain't no weak link in the team, bro.
No weak link in the team.
None of that, man. So, Bryson, man, tell her what we talking about today, man.
So today we at the midway point of the semester.
Yes, sir.
Midway point of some seasons in our lives. So why not talk about being in the middle?
Yeah. Amen.
Why not talk about being in the middle?
What does the middle look like for you?
The middle of life for me. Right now, man, I guess you could say I'm battling or maybe just searching for clarity.
Right.
Because I think I've accepted it at this point that I believe I'm called to ministry.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were kind of wrestling with God with that one.
Yeah. A little. Ain't it Jacob? No, it wasn't Jacob. It was Jacob.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so just walking through that, man. Right. Walking through that uncertainty. And Kiri hit me with a fire quote. She said, usually doubt increases with uncertainty. So what we need to do when we face doubt and uncertainty, we need to fall back and trust in the things that we know for certain. So the one absolute in this life is God, is Christ, right? So the more we consume of him, the more we focus on him, the less that doubt and the less that uncertainty speaks.
Yeah.
So, man, just hearing her say something like that to me, speaking life over me, bro, I was like, dang, fam. So, man, it's been a journey. This semester's been a blessed semester, bro.
Yeah.
It's been a blessed semester. What's been going on with y'all, man?
Life's been going pretty good. Let me see. I got it, but it's hard to put it out there.
Right.
Like, school's going great. Friendships, relationships-wise, going good.
Yeah.
What I'm working on right now is, like, working on fighting the need for acceptance and all that stuff. Working on finding love through myself and Jesus Christ mainly. Yeah.
That's good, bro. Because, I mean, that's once again, there's somebody who's listening right now who's like, that's exact. You just encapsulated perfectly in words the battle that they're dealing with, because it's so hard. Even as a believer, like, you can love God, like we love God. Travis, he loves God, man. But like, it is such an easy pitfall to fall back into, is playing that acceptance game. I think for me, definitely can empathize with Travis. I think I watched Tim Ross's and Mike Todd's podcast. Man, that jump was so good, bro. I ain't gonna lie, hey, Mike Todd, he low-key, he won me over, man. I did not like Mike Todd, and he won me over, man. But he just dropped some absolute wisdom, and specifically this concept of feedback over faith. And like I said, this weekend has been a rude awakening for me for a lot of things that I had misplaced my priorities in. And one big thing is I was letting my feedback drive my works instead of my faith drive my works. Because I read, I think it's either, I don't remember, it's either James or 1 Peter, something I read. But basically that faith without works is dead. So your faith should be driven by your works. But I was letting my feedback drive my works. And so it was this noble pursuit of, ushering the winds of God or revival or whatever, but it was a misplaced pursuit because I was unsatisfied with the results that I was getting, because my focus wasn't chasing God, it was chasing results, And so because I was so result driven and so result focused and looking back to say, okay, well, how many people came to this, or like, how do people react to this? I was literally living and dying by other people's feedback. And it was killing me. And like, I became lower and lower in spirits, and I'd bounce back because I'd have a moment where the feedback would be great. And so I'd be like, okay, this is great, I'm good now. And then as soon as it dropped back, I'm straight back into low spirits. And so this season, like I said, it's been a recalibrating of my focus, because my focus was completely out of whack, because the mission never changed. Like, it was still about loving people, loving God, and ushering in his message. But it became so, we can idolize your purpose. We can idolize purpose. It's so sneaky too, because it's like it's this noble pursuit of God, and it starts off as I'm pursuing God and I'm using the avenue of purpose to get closer to God. But if we're not careful, our focus will shift just ever so slightly, where it will become purpose that we're chasing after. And then we begin to feel unfulfilled and wondering why, man, I love this. Why am I now beginning to hate this very thing that I thought I was called to? It's because you started looking to that to fulfill you instead of towards the one who gives the purpose.
Yeah, you spin, bro, and like, just even hearing you talking, man, it made me think about how it's crazy. We've all gotten to different points of our lives, but still dealing with some of the same things. Because I was hearing you talk about the feedback thing, right?
Yeah.
Something I noticed I find myself doing is when I'm talking to somebody, I play off of their face.
Yeah.
I watch their facial expression.
Yeah.
Because I want to see if what I'm saying is hidden or not. But that's not a good thing, bro. It's not a good thing, because you think Jesus was like, oh, let me say this and see if they paying attention. He didn't care, because he knew like what he said, he'll wait.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a question I have for y'all is, why And how did we even get to this point?
Childhood.
Ooh, okay. Hey, go.
Okay, bro.
Travis,
Hey, dive into it.
Go, come on. Let's
Dive into it, man.
It's like, for example, when I was a little kid, I always dealt with like rejection, not from my parents or anything, but like friends, teachers, daycare workers and stuff. So like it really hit me deep inside. So I was chasing that through others and everything. So yeah.
Oh,
Jeez, appreciate the vulnerability.
I know, man. No, I think, because man, let me tell, like, you just really said something, Bryson and Trav. Like, I do that so much too. I literally remember I was having a conversation with somebody, and I'm watching what they're saying, and the message that I was going to like kind of give to them pivoted because I was like, okay, well, let me make this sound a little bit more palatable. And so I became disobedient in that moment, bro, because I was no longer saying what God told me to say. I'm now saying what I think they might want to hear. And that's so dangerous because, yeah, they might like it in the moment, but you're literally denying them from what may be their next breakthrough. Like that moment of saying something they don't want to hear that may make them uncomfortable or whatever is not worth the potential breakthrough they may get later. Because it's so easy to fall into this like pursuit of basically an immediate reaction of okay, it's reassurance. That's what it is. And I think for me that also kind of goes back to childhood, and you know I struggled a lot with focus and all these things, and so I was constantly feeling like I wasn't succeeding because like I would start I remember days I'd start an assignment and I just wander off into space, and 2 hours later my mom like, what are you doing, bro? You haven't done anything. And so going from a lot of times the only way I could get reactions from people or people to notice me was being the class clown and doing stupid stuff. And so I always did that. And that is a huge thing where it's feedback, right? Because you're doing something dumb so that you can get the next laugh. And then you do something else more ridiculous so you can get the next laugh and the next laugh. And it's this unending cycle. And what you're chasing for is reassurance to know, okay, people accept me. People love me. I'm enough. Ooh, bro.
Dang.
Bro, hold up. I am enough. That's the biggest struggle.
You know what's crazy? Like before you even said that, that's what was ringing in my brain. Because like the reason I do that is because I've had a hard time trusting myself.
Yeah.
Like usually when I'm making a decision or trying to do something big, I seek a lot of counsel, which is nothing wrong with that. It's great to seek wise counsel. But sometimes I vest my decisions so much in counsel that I end up stalling myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, bro, I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like the seeking for man's approval.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're called, bro.
Right.
And one day we're gonna do something that men don't approve, but God approves. And we're gonna have to be okay with it.
Right.
You know?
And that's so hard, bro, because it's where true faith is when you have nothing else to cling to except God. And I think that's what the struggle is that there's still, I know for me personally, a faith issue that I'm still battling because I still am clinging to things to reassure me and disguising it as faith. Like I recently wrote in my journal that for these past like few weeks, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Because I want to make sure I say it right. Hold up, man. What is it? What did I say? Oh, I said, I keep thinking that the only way something is blessed is if everyone shows up. That's a feedback-based mindset. I've been so obsessed with the numbers. They got to be high. And if it's not high, that means God didn't bless it. That has nothing to do with that because that's man's approval. Whether 30 people show up or 3, whether 100 people are watching this pod or 100,000 people are watching this pod, I can walk away knowing I was obedient. And obedience has to be enough. Obedience has to be enough. And for a long time, obedience wasn't enough. It was obedience and control. It was obedience and reassurance from other people. But obedience has to be enough for you if you want to ever fully walk in your purpose.
Yeah, and I like how you said obedience because it makes me think, what is your and?
What is your and?
What is it?
What's your and, Travis?
You guys go first.
I mean, like I said, my and has always been control, and like it finds its way in different avenues where it's, you know, control through reassurance, control through results, control through whatever. If I can have something to look to say, like, well, it's basically me going, well, if God doesn't work out, at least I have fill in the blank, and it's a terrible mindset, because it's basically saying, well, if God doesn't fulfill me, then I have blank, and so I run to the blank instead of God, and then I walk away unfulfilled and confused while unfulfilled. Unfulfilled, Lord. And I think mix up the words there, but I think that's always been my biggest and. It's not obedience, and it's obedience and control.
I feel the same things. Always try to like overthink things. Every scenario, have so many backup plans to like manipulate something to happen. Just gotta let God do his thing. Let him flow.
Man.
Dang, I don't manipulate stuff that happens. That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Sheesh. When you put it like that, like, I agree with y'all. It's been like that for me, obedience and control.
Yeah.
Because one thing, you know, we talk about blind faith.
Yeah.
But I try to figure out the details.
Right.
When it's not up to me to know the details, it's just up to me to trust.
So instead of walking in blind faith, we're walking with our hands up, trying to grab at things. Say, okay, well, at least like this is this and this is that. We're trying to figure it out. And when we do that, man, we start going off the path because we're no longer listening to God. We're listening to what we can tangibly feel.
Dude. Bruh, think about it. When you walking in the dark and you start feeling around, that throws your balance off. But when you walk with your hands by your side, you walking in a straight line.
Walking it, bro.
So that means when we try to take those things in our control, when we try to take the lead and we be like, oh God, I got this. I can figure out my way. What we end up doing is we end up straying away from where we were supposed to be in the first place.
Yeah. Man. So, man, like I encourage everyone who's listening, ask yourself, what is my and? What am I saying? Obedience and this. I'm going to be obedient to you, God, and there should be no addition. We have to walk in complete obedience. And so, like, I think we kind of get to this point, like, okay, I know where I'm at, all right, and I know how I got here. But my next question to y'all is, like, where do y'all go from here? Like, where is the next steps? And like, once again, to the audience, ask yourself, where is the next step? Once you figure out, hey, I am here because my and was control, my and is ambition, my and is pride. Where do we go from here?
I would say surrender.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Bitten, bro.
That's what I always say. Remember, like, I always ride God's wave and just let him take control. Just do that. Yeah, just coast. Coast God's plan.
Amen, bro.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Bryson?
I agree with Trav, bro. Like, he encapsulated it perfectly. Surrender, fam. Because, like, we try to take the wheel, but we got to let God get the wheel.
Yeah.
I got one. God's the players. We're the action figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
You're right.
And action figures don't move.
No.
They don't.
And I think, cause I read this verse, it's James 3:16. It says, for where jealousy and selfish ambition exist, there will be disorder in every vile practice. There's this Andy Mineo bar. I don't remember exactly, but it's along the lines of mixing personal ambition and calling it a righteous mission. And so I think
that rhymed.
He did. You know, he be rapping and, and whatnot. But anyways, man, I think that's really been big for me is I'm having to unlearn my ambition. I'm having to learn how to separate what is my ambition and what is God's will. Yeah. What's provision and what's, I tried to do another P
What's
word.
provision and what's my mission?
Yeah, exactly. What's provision, what's my mission? Like figuring out I got it. What's provision and what's pride? There we go. That's the word I was looking. What is provision and what's pride? Because pride is saying, God, I got this. God, I'm going to do these things. God, these are the results that we have to hit. If we don't hit these marks, it's a failure. Provision is saying whatever steps I got to take, whatever I need to do, I'm going to walk in obedience because I trust your provision over my life. I can't come up with a better plan. So I have to listen to what you are saying and laying out for my life.
Yeah, bro. And what's crazy is this past weekend we had a morning game, right? So I didn't go to it. I was just in this state of mind where I was like, I feel like the Lord was leading me to go to the lake.
Yeah.
So I went to the lake. They got this calisthenics part there. So I bring my speaker, playing some worship music. Shout out God Problems, bro. Song, bro. We can do a whole pod on that joint. Crazy. But that song was speaking to me. And then I decided to play some Christian rap as well.
Yeah.
And a song that's been sticking out to me since my freshman year of college is Tesla by Big Breeze and Hovey. And it really just clicked for me this weekend what it really meant. He was like, boy, you know we ride like a Tesla. And then when you think about it, a Tesla, you ride, it drives itself. You don't whip, it whips.
Dang.
It's kind of like we ride like a Tesla. Okay. Hovey said it in the second verse. He said, autopilot, steering, driving, he the usher. So, like, when we learn to ride life like a Tesla, when we take our hands off the wheel, when we let God take control, when we drive life on autopilot, he'll bring us to the right destination. He'll take us on the right journey. Because, like Breeze said, he said, I almost lost my life going head first. We try to think about the path. We try to think about, oh, if I take this right, if I take this left, I'm going to be straight. Oh, the corner store right there, you know what I'm saying? I can do it then third. Okay, cool. But eventually we get to that point where we're like, dang.
Right.
Like, you know, them two cars, they got like stranded in Radiator Springs. We end up like them. We're at a place that we don't want to be at. But all we had to do is trust the autopilot.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that's so good, bro. Because it's like, dog, pilots don't fly the plane most of the time. They fly it like only in emergency cases. And they have it on autopilot because autopilot knows better. And how crazy would it be if a pilot was like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. I got this. I'm finna fly this plane, man. That would be crazy because they can't know better than what the autopilot knows. The autopilot knows it's a whole system. It's a whole network of different computers all talking to each other. And so they all know what's going on. And so that's God right there. Like God has the full picture. You got your sight. And so if a pilot was like, nah, we gonna take a left here. Like we finna fly left. It will fly into another plane because it doesn't have the whole integrated system designed out of where each plane needs to go and what each plane's purpose and path it needs to take to get there. You know what I'm saying? And like
a puzzle.
Like a puzzle, bro. And like I watched this video that was talking about how auto-driving cars will solve traffic problems because the reason we have traffic problems is because of human slower reaction time. And so what can happen is if a car is driving, they brake really fast and you're not paying attention, so you like brake even faster, it'll create this chain effect where your misstep now is affecting negatively other people. And our unwillingness to be obedient to the process, obedient to God, does not just affect us. It is a chain reaction that affects other people. How many times have you been affected by somebody else's disobedience? How many times have you been affected by someone not loving you the way that they should, the way that they were called to? There's so many people who are living with the stripes and the pain and the mistakes of other people's disobedience. And so we have to be obedient and recognize that we can't know it all, because the same way that auto-driving cars they'll be able to communicate to all these other cars way faster, and they'll be able to create like this really intricate system where there is like every car starts at the same time and stops at the same time at a red light. That's the way that God's brain works and understands the whole picture. And so we can't be concerned about, well, I think I can come up with a better path towards my purpose, because we have to submit in humility and recognize that God is the one who is defining that purpose.
How many crashes have you been in that could have been prevented?
Literally.
Like I said last semester, one spark can make a whole wildfire, good or bad.
Literally.
Good or bad.
So
right.
What'd you say?
I'm saying
I
he's
would
right.
say, so we gotta walk in obedience, and we have to trust. And I think, it's always easier said than done. Like faith, like we can sit up here all day and say, hey, faith, you have faith, you know, keep the faith. But like it's harder said than done. And so I think we have to take, or it's easier said than done, but we have to take just intentional steps every day to walk more and more in faith. Because, bro, it's difficult, man. And like, you know, even going to practicals, you know, I had asked Bryson earlier if we should talk about this, and he was like, yeah. I think it's a practical or a real world example of where mistakes led to hurting other people is even through our relationship with the pod. We had literally right after episode 4, which thank y'all blew that episode up. Episode went crazy, but episode 4, man, it was tough. I mean, like I was being disobedient, the fact that I was not extending enough grace to my partners, and it hurt them, you know, like it hurt Bryson and Trav, and I had to come back in a moment and apologize. And in the same way, like I said, I was having this conversation with this person that I get to pour into every Friday, telling her how she needs to have grace with other people because it can negatively affect her relationships. I'm not doing the same because I think this is powerful, and this may be something that somebody needs to hear. Man, not being hard on yourself is not only affecting you. Like not giving yourself grace is not only affecting you, because if you can't learn to give grace to yourself, you can't effectively give grace to others. And you will destroy and permanently tarnish your relationships because you're so focused on trying to be the best that you begin to, the unrealistic expectation you have on yourself, you apply to other people. And I was doing that. And that's a moment where I was being disobedient. And so when I recalibrated and I realized, Lord, you are in control, I had to first come and of course apologize to my brothers, but then take steps to recognize, man, because I adopted this attitude of I gotta be on my best, I have to control everything, I have to dominate, that led to disobedience, that led to other people being affected. And so we have to learn before we negatively hurt somebody that we love. Like if nothing else, be obedient, like just for somebody else that you love, because when we don't know how that disobedience is not only affecting our walk, but it may hurt somebody else in the process.
And I mean, like, even going beyond that moment, I just think perfectionism itself is a problem. And that's something I realized in my own life. I was just talking to somebody about this before I came here. Like, there's been times in my life, in my faith walk, where I've tried so hard to hit this perfect mark that I end up not only, like you said, damaging myself, but damaging those around me, because I'm holding myself to this ridiculous standard. So then, like, I expect you to walk out the same way. But then, like, at the end of the day, it goes back to the gospel, bro.
Right.
Like, there's a reason I don't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
There's a reason I don't have to hit the mark every single time. It's because something that we were talking about before we got on the mic, Kiri dropped this gem on me. God has graced you for your purpose. He has graced you for your call.
Right.
We can look at it as strengthened or giving you the patience or whatever, but grace has a different type of connotation to it.
Yeah.
Because it's saying God has graced you. That means he's accounted for your mess ups. He's accounted for the times that you're going to win. He's accounted for the times you're going to fail.
Right.
God has graced you. So he's giving you everything you need and more to walk out this life. And that's something I had to realize myself, because, like, dealing with the self-doubt, dealing with the perfectionism, it's like, bro, God is bigger than all of that, and God has graced me for that. So I had to let go.
Yeah. Let go, let God. Let go, let God. Okay, damn, my bad. Anyway, man, well, that's so good, bro. Well, taking a moment, we kind of looked at what we need, led us from our past. We are looking at the actions we need to take in our present. But, like, what are y'all excited about for the future as we kind of move? You know, they talk about it's hump day when it's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. We're looking towards Thursday and then Friday, man. So it's exciting because Friday we get lit, we party. But no, we love Jesus, so we party.
I was like,
righteously. We do righteous parties, holy holy hooligans.
We go to mug shots and then chop it up afterwards.
Exactly, which I would argue is way more fun. I went to a birthday party. I had fun. I had a good time, but it was not nearly as fun as eating a burger and chopping it up, talking about Jesus. But hey, shout out to that person. Shout out. I enjoyed the birthday party. If you're watching, shout out to you. I love you. You know. So, anyways, what are y'all most excited about for as we move into this, past this middle? Like,
I want to hear the visionary Trav. What you thinking, man?
Us, Young Vagabond, LLC, EIN, the merch.
Hey.
Something up from here?
Yeah.
He just dropped the biggie on y'all.
Talk about it, man. Hey, man. All coming, bro. Oh, yeah. Man, I'm excited too for that, man. Hold on. I got to do the merch plug real quick. Man, hopefully by the time this episode's out, the merch won't be out, but what will be out is a way to finally financially support Young Vagabond. So if y'all want to do that, we're going to have a Cashapp in there, hopefully. A Patreon in there, hopefully. If not, it'll be added after the episode's release, and we'll let you know. And if you follow the Instagram, you'll know about it. But if you ever want to financially support Young Vagabond, help us either get a office space, get new microphones, or eventually, and hopefully we ever get to a point where we can actually and get another person on our team to take off some more of the load so we can actually produce more content. Yeah. Please.
Who knows? A Vagabond House. You know, who knows?
Vagabond House. Team 10 got nothing on us because it's Vagabond. But, man, if y'all want to do that, we really appreciate it. If you believe in our vision, you believe in the heart of navigating this journey of life through truth and love and helping teach other people how to do that as we go on this journey all together. We encourage you to please, maybe financially support. And so Travis has been hard at work, man. He been getting all the things settled. And shout out 224, man.
Yeah.
Shout out them, Lane. Shout out Lane, man.
And that's something I was gonna say. Like even realizing our partnership with Lane, it just makes me think about how sometimes when we get so purpose driven, we get so purpose focused, we tend to try to bear it alone. But think about how much better this podcast has been because we've partnered together with not only us three, but with Lane. You know what I'm saying? And think about how much better life has been because we partnered in community with our brothers and our brothers and sisters in Christ. Like partnership is crazy.
Partnership is so insane.
Partnership helps lift the burden of purpose.
That's a clip right there. That's a clip. Oh my gosh. Man, partnership helps lift the burden of purpose. Today I had a wonderful chance to meet with a good friend of all of ours. His name's Aaron. He runs a photography business. Shout out A-Lamp Photography. Go support them. But he is an amazing photographer, has just a brilliant eye for those things. And so we're planning a photo shoot.
My bad, yo.
Man.
We're leaving that in there.
Oh, actually.
Was it good, Travis?
It was water tasty, man. I can hear it, man.
Refreshing.
He said, gulp, gulp. Anyways, man, we got a photo shoot we doing on the 28th. If you live in the Starkville area, please come out. And
yes, sir.
We love culture. We want to be able to capture culture. That's a whole different talk for a whole different time.
Yeah, we gotta announce the culture weekend at some point.
Oh yeah, we do. Hey man, culture weekend.
You got 2 weeks, right?
Soft launch is good. We'll do hard launch pretty soon. You'll hear about it. Follow the Instagram, man. Yeah. Really, if you follow Instagram, you'll be in the loop. Like, do it.
yv.podcast.
yv.podcast. Show them. Yep. Click on that app.
Push the button, come on.
You click on that app, and it's going to be up there. It's going to be up there. Yeah, man. It's up there. It's right there. Anyway, shout out to that random person. But, they coming in. Oh, no. Oh, she's coming in. It's too late. Hey.
Come on in.
No. Okay.
Hey, what's up?
This gone completely off the rails. But anyways, hey there. Shout out you. What's your name?
My name's Amelia.
Amelia. Shout out Amelia, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody clap it up for her. Man, this midterm week, we chilling, bro. We have it's fall break. But anyways.
As Stewart said, nothing to prove, hide or lose. Just
Hey,
chilling right
exactly.
now, bro.
We chilling, man. But anyway. So we got this culture photo shoot coming up. And anyways, I was talking to Aaron because he's one of the photographers. And literally, man, it goes back to this partnership elevates your purpose. He saw something that I didn't. Because I was telling him about, okay, these locations we're going to shoot at. I think we're going to start here and we're going to go here. And he said, well, hold up. Like, this photo shoot is at 5:00, so the sun gonna be setting. Have you thought about doing your outside locations earlier instead of doing them later? And I said, you know what? I didn't even think about that. And I said, thank you, because I only know so much. And in my non-photography brain, I can plan. I'm a great planner. God's blessed me with that ability. I'm a great connector. God's blessed me with that ability. I'm very good at seeing people's talents and knowing how to utilize them well. God has blessed me with that. But what God has not blessed me with is an eye for photography. And I need to be humble enough to admit that and to say, hey, I want to partner with you because I know God has blessed you in that area. And because of him, I believe the photo shoot going to be way better. Because not only did I accept his partnership, but I heeded his, not criticism, he heeded his instruction. Because I was willing to heed his instruction, it's not only, that obedience is not only going to benefit me, it's going to benefit somebody else. And that's why partnership is so powerful, and submitting yourself under wise counsel is so powerful. Partnership will breed you and propel you closer to your purpose if you're willing to listen to instruction and willing to humble yourself and be obedient. So yeah, man, partnership is powerful, man. It
allows your brothers and sisters to cover your blind spots.
Exactly. What's that verse in Ecclesiastes?
How can one man stay warm?
Yeah.
Two men can do some.
Yeah.
A triple braided cord is not easily
broken.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know it.
It
said that. If I ain't getting nothing else right, I knew it said that.
I got that. Man, well, shoot. Anything else y'all excited for, man?
Just life, brother.
Man, me too. Hey,
we famous.
I got it. Hey, we is, man. All the fans out here saying what's up. I appreciate all
They believe in
y'all.
us. God did.
See, bro, that's why I wanted you on the pod, man. This man is hilarious, dude.
I love this. This is awesome. Like I said no the past couple times.
Yeah, I know, bro. Cause this is great, man. Y'all gotta spend some time with Trav, bro. Y'all ever see him? Y'all just talk to Trav, man.
Give me a high five, bro.
That man just blew out my eardrums. Cause I got this headphone on.
Sorry, bro.
I didn't expect him to do that. I wasn't ready. Like, bro, that was crazy. Oh my god. Anyway,
I'm about to.
Man, if y'all want a little bit of a window into this is how Young Vagabond meetings go. Nothing taken seriously at all, man.
Everything off camera, it's amazing. Bro.
Everything off camera,
awesome.
bro. And that's a whole other thing, bro. We gotta wrap up pretty soon, but we gotta talk about that, man. Like, literally, I love y'all, and like, one of the things I've learned as I've grown older as an adult is, you know, as a kid, you think everybody got everything together. Like, it's this, like, when you in meetings, everybody professional and, well, yes, I think we should do this, and the mergers and acquisitions should be it. La-di-da-di-da. But man, working as a RA, working in all the prestige. I mean, I'm talking. I've been blessed to be part of some prestigious organizations, man, and just realizing, man, we all still figuring it out. Like, but learning to have fun in that. And one thing I can say about this pod and this whole process is we have fun.
Yeah.
This is
You ain't having fun. You ain't doing it right.
Exactly, man. Like, this is a fun venture. It is so much fun to get to do this with y'all, to be partnership with y'all. It's so much fun to interact with everybody. Man, it's so cool and such a blessing every time someone goes, hey, you run that podcast, right?
Yeah.
And to get to have a conversation with somebody about that. Like, that's it's so fun. That's such a blessing. It brings me so much joy. And so, man, whatever you're doing, bro, whether you're starting a podcast, writing a book, starting a YouTube channel, making music, have fun. Because if you're not bringing the joy into it, you're going to hate it. You may start out with passion, but passion's not enough. Passion and joy have to work in tandem.
Enjoy the journey, not the destination.
Exactly.
Ooh, okay.
Dang.
Okay.
Bro, Travis just be dropping gems, man. I mean, that's what we do. We get so focused on the, man.
Go ahead.
Whew.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and spit.
That's what I was doing, bro. I was so focused on the destination of it. God got to move in this way and it's got to be this big that I forgot the process, that I forgot the journey. I became so focused on purpose, I forgot the process. And I missed the blessings that are in the process. Like, I missed the blessings of getting to have conversations with people in the HCDC about Jesus. I missed the blessing of people coming up to me and asking for prayer in the union. That's a blessing, bro. It don't have to be like that. And so we become ungrateful with the process because we're so focused on what we believe the destination is supposed to be.
Man, and I think that's so powerful when we allow God to rekindle the things that we let go out. Because, bro, even though we went through that moment of conflict after episode 4, because you sparked that fire in me to go edit again, I realized how fun it was. Because at one point, I was like, bro, I'm tired of editing.
Right.
Like, I don't want to do this stuff anymore because it's not fun to me.
Right.
But then, like, once you was like, hey, bro, like, I hear where you coming from, bro, but like, come on, let's try to get back to it. And I got back to it, bro, and I was like, dang.
Yeah.
This actually is fun. And I think God does that with us as well.
Right.
Like, God is like, okay, look, bro, like, I know you may be, tired of the purpose right now, but let me show you something. Let me show you a different way to look at it. Let me show you another aspect.
Yeah.
Or let me show you how in this moment you appreciated that conversation because you didn't know you needed it. Or you got to be here for this person at this time. And like, bro, I think it's just so powerful when God rekindles that flame inside of us, because then we start to realize, like, dang, okay, it's not just a job. It's not just something I have to do. It's something I get to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think something that, like, even us having that conflict, it sparked us having a vagabond hour.
Yeah.
Like, we got an hour every week dedicated to us just being.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk about business, but we get the business out the way because we just want to have fun. We just want to enjoy each other as friends, as brothers. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is. It's a filmed brotherhood. Yeah. It's a filmed brotherhood. That's all it is. And man, it's beautiful when we allow God in, and He's like, you know what? You turn the flame off, but I'm gonna cut it right back on. And I'm gonna show you a different way to look at it.
Dude. And that's why it's so important to chase Him and not chase purpose. Because your flame, your passion is gonna burn out sometimes. You're gonna get tired. But you see, when God is the focus, like it says in the word, He's near to the brokenhearted. Like, He will rekindle that flame in you. And He'll give you steps to get that flame back. Like today, bro, I spent about an hour and a half in my quiet time for the first time in months. Like literally months, bro. And it was because, like I said, it came from conversations with y'all that helped me. It was like this eureka moment. It was like, bro, my quiet time has been transactional for a really long time. I go there, I read my Bible, I may cut on a worship song if I'm feeling super spiritual. Then I'll pray to God to ask Him to do these things, and then I leave. There was the intimacy was dead. And so I had to come back and realize in a moment, bro, that's not what I started. That's not what got me to this level I'm at. The reason I'm feeling exhausted right now, like I can't do anything else, is because that's where my intimacy was gone. I was focused on purpose, and not even this episode. I mean, we knew this episode was gonna be fire because they always fire. But like this episode, I came in here ready to do it. Like these past few weeks, I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't come in ready to do it. I wasn't ready. I didn't want to be here. Not because it felt like it was just an obligation. And see, when we don't pursue God, purpose becomes the obligation. And so if you want to safeguard yourself from doing that, man, you got to focus on your relationship first with the Lord. And like it goes back to it, obedience has to be enough. Because when obedience is enough, you can walk away saying, hey, I did what I was supposed to, and I can rest in that. I don't have to. Because when our focus is on purpose and our focus is on what we can't do, we're always going back and saying, man, I should have said this. I should have done that. I should have done that. Later today, I was at a BSA meeting, and shout out Jaden Joyner, because that man, a legend. That's a legend. Shout out to General, man. But he had a live podcast episode, and I got a chance to speak. If y'all want to check that out.
General Thoughts.
Check out the General Thoughts. And most of the times I would have walked away from that BSA meeting and go, man, I should have said this. And then in that moment I started to do that. And I was like, hey, I was just obedient. I can walk away. And I stopped thinking about it. And it was beautiful.
That is powerful.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And that's why relationship has to come over purpose. And so I really want to encourage y'all today, as it's something I'm working on and I'm growing in, to let God be enough. Let him be enough. Because when he's enough, then you'll feel like you're enough. Because if it's God and, it'll always be like, I'm enough, but. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Man. Oh my gosh, bro.
The icing on the cake right there, bro.
Man. Shoot, bro. Well, what else y'all got to say?
I ain't got nothing to say after that, man.
Man, well, praise God, man. Well, shoot, man, as we get ready to close out, as always, thank y'all for rocking with us. Thank you, Travis, for being on the pod.
Make me do this.
Oh, yeah.
Let me do this.
We getting you back. You gonna be back.
Also, just big up to Travis, man. This is like his second time being behind a mic within a week span.
Yeah.
And he been killing it, man. So,
how you feeling?
Feeling great. Feels awesome.
Yeah, man. So if you see Travis around campus, just pat this man on the back because he's genuinely been blossoming, man. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of DJ. Just hearing you walk through all of your pain, just right here on the pod. You've been speaking to me, bro. Like, I've been receiving everything because you've been spitting, fam. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all keep being obedient.
Yeah, man.
Y'all some dope brothers.
Hey,
You too, man. Ditto.
Yeah, don't let me. hey, you getting? I'm finna talk about how awesome this man is, man. Hold up, man. Let me tell you, Bryson, bro, you have been a friend in the truest sense over this past month.
Appreciate that.
Like, I love you, bro. Like, even when I was not coming with it, you were still being a true friend. And not only a true friend to me, but a true friend to so many. Your impact, you don't realize how great it is, man. Like, you do not realize how your intentionality in being a friend impacts so many people. People who would be unwilling to be a part of things that they had no interest in before. People are hearing the gospel for the first time because of your friendship. And not only that, you're inspiring other people to go out and be gospel presenters because of your friendship.
Appreciate that, bro.
Man, love this dog, bro.
All this happened on September the 1st of last year, bro. Like, all this stuff started blossoming.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That's the first, that's the Bible study. The one time.
The OG godly guy.
That
OG
one car
godly,
ride, bro.
man.
That one car ride.
And the car ride to Pine Lake.
Yeah, bro.
Bro.
On the whim. On a freaking whim.
Shout out Pine Lake, man. Shout out Austin.
Shout out Bakari, too, bro.
Shout out Bakari, man.
I miss you, bro. We all miss you.
Dude, we love you, Bakari. Wherever you at, man.
Yeah.
Where
See you in
at?
2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
man.
finna touch back down.
For real?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Y'all just hearing a conversation. Hey, man. No, I mean, it's been wonderful. I don't like how you said it's a film brotherhood. That's what it is. And it's a family, man. We love each and every one. I love nothing more than when somebody comes up and says, hey, like you have that podcast. It's like, oh yeah, what's your name, man? Let's have a conversation. Yeah. I love that, man. So shoot, man. As like I said, we get ready to close. Thank y'all all. Thank Travis. We're super excited. I know we've been saying for months now, we got some things down the pipeline. We're almost here.
Yeah.
Man.
We're almost here, man. Just a couple. We got something really cooking, man. Mm-hmm. We putting
The last little drizzles.
Last little drizzles, man. It's going to be great. So follow the Instagram to hear about even maybe a possible giveaway. Just putting it out there. Soft launching it, you know. And
some light.
So, man, get ready for it.
Come a little fit.
Come a little fit, you know. You know what I'm saying? But, man, we excited
I'm about to.
We excited for all of it, man. So we love y'all. We thank y'all. And Bryson, what do we say?
Yes, sir. Hey, let's tag team this joint. Y'all be blessed.
Do less.
Don't stress and let God take care of the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a bag. said, D said, I make a banger, they got it on replay. Why they talking about he say, she say? Probably gon' slide in that, yeah, on the freeway.